Declare Obscure Expedition 38. "41-month Aruskis."
Yo, what up? How's everybody doing? I went on a walk today, and it was pretty nice. And that's most of what I've got going on right now. my life has been play Rogue Ganesha and take any opportunity I can find to try and do something productive. Haven't been that many, but I'm improving. If you're successful today, you will have drawn a Susie. Hell yeah. I'm very excited. Everyone is just like, oh, you just get to take Thursday off? Just not gonna stream next Thursday for Deltarune? I was like, I'm probably gonna stream next Thursday, and it's probably not gonna be Deltarune. I think I can find it within myself to not play Deltarune for 4.5 hours. It'll be a challenge. But considering that before that stream happens, I'm probably going to play Deltarune for like 12 hours, I will probably be at least somewhat safe from spoilers. We'll just have to see. Ghost Trick Thursday. So Ghost Trick is probably going to be taking the Thursday slot after Visions of Mana is complete. I don't know how many more streams of Visions we have. But we're gonna make progress towards finding out. Oh, is Fuga 3 out now? I've seen people talking about Fuga. I still need to play 2. Came out yesterday? Damn. I should go buy it so that their release numbers are good. I need to support CyberConnect making cool furry games. And not just getting farmed out for licensed properties. It's $30? That's $10 cheaper than 1 and 2 were. Hang on. Is 2 still... Hang on, Fuga. 2 is... No, they're both $40. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Alright. Real quick, before I forget, hang on. Ta-da. Fuga Melodies of Steel 3, add to cart. Season Pass. I'll fucking get the Season Pass later if it matters. Continue to payment. PayPal, yeah. Support your local furry developers, and by local I mean they're Japanese, but that's fine. Alright, I'm not gonna stream those games, but I now have them to play later. Betting on someone having art prints of the new hit furry character that inevitably gets released in Deltarune? Hell yeah. Yeah, Visions of Mana. Last time we did a lot of side quests. I was doing so many god-dang side quests in this game. We also completed Palomina's Benevodon story, but that was the stream before the last one, I think. Side quests. Look at that. Beautiful. 0 side quests in progress. Completed. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I need to remember how to play. Oh right, the crew is almost level 60. The main story content may be on the easy side. Okay, so double jump, air dash. Get the sprint. Got an attack, we got the heavy attack.
Now where's our next stop?
Okay. Destroying walls with a golem.
Where'd this feather come from?
It's big. Too big. A Benevodon, perhaps?
Oh no, they're gone. Everyone was eaten.
Jule?
The Benevodon of wood. It attacked, ate everyone. I can feel their fear soaked into the soil.
Does that mean the sproutlings are...
No, I think they're okay. We're interconnected, so I'd know. But we have to look around for clues as to where the Benevodon went.
Wait, but you just said that it ate
Gotta
everyone,
search the
but they're
burrow and see
okay?
if there are any clues about that Benevodon.
Oh my, you're all here. That is good to see. If I had more power, the sproutlings wouldn't be... At least you're safe, Dryad. What in the goddess's name happened here? Florid happened, simply put. It was just after the attack on the sanctuary. The Benevodon of wood swooped down from the sky, and... Oh, Florid, well, ate all of the sproutlings, and then fled the burrow. So that's it? All the sproutlings really died? Oh, no! What made you think that? They were swallowed, roots and all. They should still be alive.
Why would you think that?
Oh,
That's
well,
crazy. Don't be
that's-
ridiculous.
Well, that's good then. Where did Flora take them? You can't mean... Oh no, you mustn't go after them. That's why we came back. To show some Benevodons who's boss. And of course I promised Dakota. I can't let Flora make off with my friends and eat their buds at its leisure. You're here to protect the burrow? You came all the way back... for us? To be honest, not just for you. We're here to save the whole world from getting yanked around by those Benevodon bullies. Jule, you have grown so much. Really? It's hard to tell. I don't feel any taller. Whatever. Can you tell us where to look? Would that I could, but I have no idea where Floret was headed. I am so sorry. But perhaps you could ask Trent. He keeps an eye on everything, including the skies. Good idea. Okay, everyone, new plan. We're going to the sanctuary entrance to talk to Trent.
Trent will definitely be by the entrance to the sanctuary. Here's hoping he has some information on Floret.
Yeah, Trent the Treant.
Welcome.
What can I get from you? Oh shit, new weapons! Le Vetien.
I see you have a good eye.
I was gonna be like, am I gonna have enough money to buy all the new weapons? And then I look up at the coin counter in the corner, and I think we're gonna be okay.
I see you happy doing business with you. I see you happy doing business with you. I see you happy doing business with you. I see you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I see you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I see you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I see you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you.
Oh right, I have the ultimate weapon for some of these classes. I should not just
I
be
see you have a
equipping
good
everything.
eye. Happy doing business with you. I seem you have happy doing business with you. I seem you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I seem you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I seem you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I seem you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I seem you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you. I seem you have a good eye. Happy doing business with you.
Alright,
Back anytime.
that is the end of Happy Doing Business with Mew.
Welcome. All these goods are the cream of the crop. Take a look at my wares. Thank Mew for your purchase. Take a thank Mew for your purchase. Come back again sometime. Welcome. Mew can't go wrong with these goods. You won't find things from your business. You won't find things from your business. You won't find things from your business. You won't find things from your business.
Alright. Critical damage plus... consecutive casting all? Interesting. Quietus. Grants a 5% chance of instantly destroying enemies with a normal attack. Not actually that useful, because we can kind of obliterate any regular enemy, because it does not trigger on boss monsters or nemesis. Grants use of the ability Divine Wind when equipped. When it uses the power of wind to remove the entire party's stat decreases and status effects. That seemed pretty hot.
Come again soon.
Let's get that on you. Shortens the cooldown of an elemental vessel. That's pretty good. Uses the power of the moon to grant moon elemental resist to the entire party. Okay, so we can switch that one out for... Divine Wind. There it is. And then we will put it on her ability ring. Boost unally's defense. No. We can do better than that. Divine Wind. Strengthen plus. Do I have like a mental boost plus? No. Alright. Still need one to unlock one more plot expansion item. For most of the party. Right, we get one from doing the Benevodon quest, so we'll probably be getting that for Jule and then Val pretty soon. Shaman's Dance Plus. Instantly removes any status effects or stat decreases from an ally. Ow. Muse's Benediction grants entire party a 30% chance of recovering 5% HP when Karina attacks an enemy inflicted with a status effect or stat decrease. That's a lot of words, but that effect seems very powerful. Okay. Let's go talk to Trent. Let's warp past the poison swamp to get to Trent.
Trent's been a big help to our group, huh?
One day, we will find a way to show our appreciation well.
Yo, Trent, what up?
Trent, you awake?
Oh, Julie. I'm afraid you found me under the weather. I was resting my eyes.
Uh-oh. Are you sick?
Do not worry so, little sprout. It is merely a reaction to Delaphos's curse gaining ground in these parts.
That's not as comforting as you might think, my friend.
'Tis a simple blight. Such illnesses pass with time and repose.
Yeah, you sound A-okay.
Trent? Hello? We can't have Trent falling asleep indefinitely. The sanctuary would be down a goddess and an overseer.
Trent brought up a blight, I believe. Might we make for Legrazzo to mention this to Master Aish? I happen to have asked Aish about horticulture on a past visit to the archives. He may have a hunch that we could follow to its conclusion.
Oh, thanks, Palomina. Aish's weird obsession with research might be good for something for a change. Be right back, Trent. Gotta make a pit stop at Legrazzo.
A tree blight, huh? I sure hope our friend in Legrazzo can help.
It pains me to admit it, but we can always count on Aish to have ideas.
Yeah. Hang in there, Trent.
Trent said that he could just sleep it off, but if this is truly due to Delaphos's curse, I'm not so sure he's right. It kind of... I know Morley's expression was just like, oh no, I'm worried about Trent, but it kind of looked like his expression was like, oh god, we gotta go talk to Aish again. Oh no. This fucking guy. To the Darkives! Are you sure we have to go talk to the nerd? Alright, let's double check. Okay, I do not have any permanent buff items that I've just been forgetting to use. I think this bit is one of my favorite parts about the design of this area. I love this arch of books. Because it's like, at first glance, it's like, why would you intentionally make an arch out of books? That seems unstable, that seems like a terrible idea. But what probably happened is this was just a really tall stack of books that fell over and coincidentally ended up as an arch and they just left it there. Yo, what up?
What an unexpected visit! Have you dispatched with the Benevodons already?
Not quite. We're looking for a cure for tree blight. Trent isn't doing well after all this Delaphos kerfuffle. He caught something bad, but we need his help finding another Benevodon.
Say no more. I'm flattered that you would turn to me in your hour of need. Dare I say we have become fast friends? Fear not. I have no intention of disappointing you, Jule. I possess a plant that alleviates the exact symptoms you described.
I got a flower!
We have selectively bred this flower in Legrazzo. Its nectar replenishes several crucial nutrients in plants, revitalizing perennial growth.
The nectar? That'll make Trent better? Huh. Well, I guess all I can say is thanks, Aish. You really came through.
Wonderful. Your investigation of agricultural advancements has vastly improved since my last inquiry.
Why, yes, Palomina. In fact, it was your question about the adaptive properties of plants in connection to their natural habitats that sparked my interest in the field. You see, first I created a closed testing area where we could control the environmental influences on the organisms in order to isolate the...
Okay, that's enough gabbing for one day.
You should know that it was your foray against Grapplevine and Vertius that inspired this particular plant.
Wait, how did you even hear about that fight? You weren't there.
True, but the Merchant Sisters were. They were kind enough to fill me in on your burrow exploits, which in turn rekindled my interest in the nectar. Von Voyage played quite an integral role in its cultivation as well, and now an opportunity to test our crop has fortuitously emerged.
The people here really do experiment on anything and everything, huh? Gardening isn't even a thing here in Legrazzo.
Such is a scholar's natural inclination. Our curiosity knows no bounds, and our attention wanders to whatever happens to intrigue us.
Inquisitive types, huh? In any case, you really saved our buds this time. Let's deliver this medicine to Trent.
Then I guess we'll be seeing you, Aish. Good luck with your research.
Good luck with your hunting expedition. I trust in your success.
Never doubted Aish for a second. Gotta get this back to Trent.
I enjoy the character of Aish, and I really hope that he continues to do very suspicious things. Just like, how did you know about that? Why, what? Gee, really convenient that you happen to be making this thing to solve this problem right when we needed it. But I hope that it's all entirely coincidence and he is just entirely on the level the whole time. Just like, he's super suspicious, he's like associated with the dark element. He's like a weird scientist man doing all kinds of crazy experiments, but like, no, he's a good guy. He's always been a good guy. He's here to help. He's like, why did you even doubt him? Reminds me of I think it was in Myth 2, one of the main characters is a dark wizard called the Deceiver. And there are a bunch of points throughout the story, like you befriend the Deceiver, and there's a bunch of points throughout the story where it's like, hey, why are you doing this? Like, oh, he's running off on his own? Oh, he's totally running off to go do something, like, evil and work against us. And it's just like, no, the Deceiver is your best friend the whole time. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts, he's ride or die. This dark, evil-looking wizard called the Deceiver is your greatest ally all along. Oh, I should play Command Mission at some point. I have played Command Mission, like, to 33% completion, thereabouts, so many times, because I owned that game, but I never finished it. It is a Mega Man game that I haven't finished, but I kind of feel like I should focus on the Battle Network games before I go to Command Mission.
Trent, rise and shine.
It is grindy, yeah.
I asked the Alm of Darkness for something to help with plant blights. Here you go.
Oh, you have my thanks, Julie. Alms. A peculiar taste. Why, I feel like a brand new shoot, full of energy. Oh, marvelous.
Oh, good. I wasn't entirely sure it was trustworthy.
Oh. To think that you would come to my aid when you have another gravely important duty on your shoulders.
Now, I didn't say this medicine was free. We need answers, and you're just the tree to give them to us. We have to seal away the Benevodon of Wood after what it did to Vertius, but we don't know where it went.
So that is what you are after. Unfortunately, I have not seen hide nor feather of a Benevodon since the assault on the Sanctuary. However, I do have a guess. A plant's purpose is to take root, flower, fruit, and grow. Floret may be intending to do the same. For that, it needs sproutlings. More precisely, it needs the wood mana that resides within the flower folk. Unfortunately, collecting sproutlings will not yield the crop it seeks.
That's why it ate them?
I believe there is more to its method than simply consuming the sproutlings. The Benevodon also needs a suitable location to germinate. There is but one place with a connection to the mystic realm suitable for growing its seedlings. The floating Isle of Ulul.
Floating? So, the isle is in the sky? How do we get there?
Dummy! Now that Ramco's powers have been unleashed, we can go anywhere we want. Ground, sky, wherever.
That's right! How could I forget about Ramco?
We just rode Ramco to get here.
As the Overseer, I can but watch your exploits from afar. But you have my sincerest wishes for your victory.
That's enough for us, Trent. Oh, better get going. We have a flight to catch.
As someone that played all the Battle Networks and liked them, you can probably skip the Battle Networks. I finished 2! Against all odds!
What are we getting ourselves into this time?
There are too many unknowns. All we can do is assess whether our assortment of items is adequate.
If I can make it through 2, I can make it through any of them. But also, I played all of the Battle Network games as a kid and liked them, so... I think 6 may be the only one that I didn't finish. But as a youngin', I finished 1 through 5 and played a good chunk of 6 at least. The floating Isle of Ululu.
This place is what remains of the mystic realm after it was conjoined to the mortal. When Kadiel was created, a single island from the mortal realm floated into the sky. It's still there to this day. It is a beautiful, strange place, but don't let your guards down.
Now I've seen everything. Floating bits of land? Better not tell the folks down below.
This is what the home realm of the Benevodons looked like? Huh. It's chilling in more ways than one.
Get the let out, people! Florid's still at large, so don't waste too much time on small fry.
Perfect.
What do you mean it's chilling? This place is beautiful.
No feathers around here. We should keep going.
Our best bet is to find a location where buds might blossom easiest.
A fine opportunity.
Chillingly beautiful.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, most of the game
Nice.
is
Got it.
beautiful and freaking mystical in some way. This place does look great, though.
All right. I'm at full strength. Don't mind if I do.
Level 41s, huh? Almost 20 levels below me.
You're in a good mood, Ramco.
She flew a long way. My guess is she's preening after a job well done.
There's literally a rainbow. Yeah, look at that cool waterfall. This place is amazing. Look at all those waterfalls. It just like 30 waterfalls underneath a rainbow. Oh, this place is scary.
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Hopefully we get some... Oh, not bad.
It also seems like it may be the most straightforward of all of the, like, Benevodon zones. Is there a secret behind the waterfall? Oh.
The Dud Bears will love this. What the view got interesting. We should prepare ourselves.
You are all the
Nice timing. Thanks, useless Tura.
That was the wrong button.
The deed is done.
The music is also really good.
We've got quite a lot of lucre. There's no need to be so frugal.
There's no need to be so frugal. I spent like 200,000 at the last shop. No, there's a... No!
Hopefully we get some... This is very valuable.
Damn it. Item wasted.
You'll make a fine one.
Here's what I was trying to do.
Thanks. The elemental keep them coming.
I shouldn't have spent my fucking money, because I just wasted the money because I could have gotten it for free. I'm being punished for using my resources.
We've got quite a lot of lucre. There's no need to be so frugal. Keep them coming. Thanks. I grow stronger with every battle.
Forgot that there was tracking for fighting enemies.
Thanks. Keep them coming. Just one more. I might have gone a bit overboard.
I also forgot that the card class is like much worse than the knife class. I remember that the knife class was the best.
They were not our equal.
Grant me strength. Nice timing.
The vessel is pretty good for darkness class, at least.
Outfit ourselves with new equipment and accoutrements.
Accoutrements. It is funny hearing Americanized French words sometimes. Foyer. Accoutrements. And not accoutrement. Foyer.
Nice. Got it.
You okay, Ramco? Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Show us the wonders of mana. I'm at full strength.
Facade. Facade. Did they make you learn French in school? Yeah, and I remember extremely little of it.
Now to grow stronger with every battle.
The one phrase that I made sure to learn when it came to French was "Je ne parle pas français."
What have you got? Impressive.
Which you may be able to suss out the translation for.
Nice. Got it.
I can only imagine the interest Aish would have in what we are experiencing.
It'd be a constant. How singular! I must write down all the details.
is my bad.
Morley isn't really as bothered by Aish as he makes it seem, if you ask me.
Hopefully we get some impressive.
Such sass. Imagine if Foe was pronounced Fox. That's a real Fox pass you're making there, bud.
Don't mind if I do. Come on. I'm at full strength.
I'm never going to be able to think of the phrase faux pas without the follow-up fake daddy. There's so many like words and phrases in my brain that are corrupted by simple flips. Elementary and middle school, you tried to make you learn a bit of Spanish, French, German, and Latin. Elementary school? What the fuck kind of elementary school were you going to? I was in gifted programs, but they just made us play with, like, connects. They didn't try and teach us Latin. What the hell? Took Latin in high school as your language elective. I ended up, like, just doing as little French as was required for my diploma. I am bad at language that isn't English.
Indeed. The flora and fauna of the mystic realm heavily resemble that of the sanctuary.
We can probably cross this gap using the powers of the wood elemental.
I took writing classes in high school. Those were fun. I just min-maxed for English. Program for people who tested out of the gifted program. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hopefully we get some. This is very valuable.
Chalice of Change. 2 extra ability slots for Julie. Great. I'll make great use of them for sure. Most of the French that I picked up was just, like, various contextual things from living in Canada. Because, like, America has Spanish as a secondary language, but there's very little Spanish in, like, everyday American experience.
Hopefully we get some.
But in Canada, you know, you pick up a cereal box and there's French on it.
Are we really the only people who have ever come to this island?
How would anyone else get here? Not everyone has a handy Ramco to fly on.
And I'll be sure to look at as many things as I can while I'm up here.
Show us the wonders of Mana. A welcome find.
Yeah. The tier above doctorate is not really something that needs to be discovered. It is something to be feared. How long could it take? How long could a postdoc possibly take?
Hopefully we get some interesting.
Once you get to postdoc levels, it's basically just like trying to wring money out of people for research grants and giving yourself a chunk of that for living expenses.
get so impressive.
I'm definitely glad that I never got any more into academia than I was.
Don't mind if
I
do.
feel like I lucked out not having an interest in all of that. Because I am a person who... I'm not an overworker. I can be kind of lazy. You know, and I don't really think it's necessarily laziness, but I suffer with motivation issues. So I started going for my master's, specifically in video game production.
The Benevodons used to live together in peace here?
Back when the flow of mana was freely functioning, yes.
I doubt there was anything peaceful about it. They've never been a friendly bunch.
I started going for my master's, and the first class or two were both like general classes. Like one of them was basically a class about writing papers, and the other one was
Got it.
like a teamwork kind of class, like working in a group. This is how you're supposed to work in a group kind of class, as far as I remember. I remember very little about it. The guy bought us bagels. That was the only part about it that I remember for sure. They were good bagels. But
Hopefully we get so interesting.
once I got past the first two classes and started getting into like the actual meat and potatoes of the program, they were like, okay, so if you want any success in this program, you're gonna have to be mentored by one of the people who just randomly shows up sometimes, and if they ever show up and you're not here, they're probably not going to give you the time of day, like ever. And there's a bunch of people that are all fighting for their attention, so you're gonna have to be a really hard worker, you're gonna have to be here, you're gonna have to be present, you have to dress formal. You know, you don't have to go full formal, like, jacket and tie, but you're gonna want either a suit jacket or a tie. And I'm like, I walk here? It's 102 degrees with 80% humidity outside. I am not wearing a fucking suit to get here. Like, what are you expecting of me? Like, I went in and saw all of these expectations of just like, oh yeah, anytime you have free time outside of, like, classes or sleeping, you should probably be hanging out in here. And I'm like, no.
Hopefully we get some. This is very valuable.
I simply shall not. Chalice that grants Val great power. Ooh. Nice. That sounds like a very unusual master's program. It was. I'm not saying that all master's programs are bad, but that was like the master's program that would have been directly applicable for the thing that I wanted to do in the game industry. And I went in and it was... Whew! If we do not see you here and actively working all the time, then we are not going to give you the time of day. And it's like, no. I will not do this. He just jokes about how you should spend your free time in the lab. Yeah, no, I went into that place where they were like, you should be spending all of your time here, like 2 or 3 times, and every time it was, like, it was the same crowd of people who were there basically all the time. One of the people who was there, was like, oh yeah, there's like one guy, the one guy who sometimes shows up and has the most industry experience, he can show up basically any time, and so there's like a couple of us who we basically only ever leave to like, bathe and sleep. We always just, like, go, run out, get food, come back, eat it as quickly as possible, and then get back to work. And I'm like, y'all have problems. I'm not engaging with this lifestyle. I see the problem. You had to deal with a guy from the industry. Yeah? Yeah. Throughout the entire program, all of the instructors were bragging about how they slept under their desks and had 100+ hour work weeks. They were bragging about it. Like, it wasn't a warning, it was like a point of pride of how poorly they were treated and how much of their lives they wasted trying to, like, put, like, worthless effort towards a project. Because, like, if you are spending that much time on a project, you're not any more productive than someone who gets 8 hours of sleep and a couple of meals.
Nice.
Like,
Got it.
it is nonsense. You dodged a bullet. Like, I still get it in my mind that I would like to work on a game development project. I still also have it in my mind of I need much better personal discipline and maybe some medication
I'll be taking this.
to accomplish something like that.
Floating water
But-
thingies look a lot like what we saw in the Luca ruins.
That's quite the waterfall. But I bet we can use them to get to higher ground.
A plant-based monster is sure to prefer a place with better sunlight. Let's go. Nice. Got it.
I'm definitely enjoying my time streaming more than I probably would in an office with those kinds of expectations. I mean, in some ways, I dodged several other bullets, what with the state of the games industry and, like, COVID would have happened while I was still actively going to school, and so I wouldn't have had to go spend all my time in that fucking weird open office place anyways, but... you know... Things definitely worked out with this being how things worked out.
Hopefully we get some interesting.
The book you're reading about video game development, published in the year 2000, goes on about how useless crunch is. Yep. But the thing about crunch is that the higher-ups love to see people putting in 80+ hours a week. And the higher-ups are the ones who decide whether you get paid or not. They are the ones who decide whether your video game gets money.
Take us where we need to.
They made a joke about people being paid in pizza, yeah.
I'll be taking this.
Yeah, the games industry is, kinda fricked. And has been. But also, making video games is cool. Just such an incredible expression of not just human creativity, human ingenuity, but also human interaction.
The Dud Bears will love this.
Video games are fucking cool. It would be cool. I mean, there's that one
Sit back and enjoy the
image of, and it is evergreen.
interesting.
I want shorter games with worse graphics made by people who are paid more to create them, and I'm not kidding. I'm like, yeah.
The Dud Bears will love this.
Real shit. I mean, I am currently playing a video game where
A fine opportunity to rest.
immediately after release, the entire team got sacked. Game industry is fucked up. But I couldn't live without it.
Look at the feathers!
They are the same as the one in Verdius.
We know their origin. And where is the monster?
Incoming!
Bird!
If you think you can hurt my
Win the battle!
mother's incoming! How dare you scare all those prowlers!
You'll regret making enemies of us. It's working. Keep going. Nice timing. The elemental vessel is ready. Take all its fruit.
I saw that there is more to this zone down the road.
Is it absorbing light?
Something seems off. What's going on?
It's creating its own energy! Watch out! For it! Its movement
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't see it.
Don't hesitate to strike. Keep up. Don't blink. The deed is done. The elemental vessel is ready.
I did it, I beat the bird. Benevodon beaten. Everything's fine.
Everyone, I did it! Florida's gone, and the sproutlings of Verdius are in danger no longer.
I seriously cannot get enough of this floating island, though. You can see all of Verdius. Oh, you can see the whole world from here.
Huh. Funny. I'd never been anywhere but Verdius since the day I sprouted. Until the day I left on the pilgrimage, that is. I figured fate saw fit to grow me there. So, that's where I stayed. That was enough of a reason for me. But now, I know that life's there to experience. I don't always have to follow the rules. If I hadn't met you all, I probably would have been gobbled down just like my friends and accepted it as destiny. I don't want to sit down and take things without a fight anymore. And I'm glad you all made me realize it. Not to sound like a broken record, but thanks.
Enough of that mushy stuff. You're welcome, okay?
Look at that. Karina's embarrassed.
I can hardly hearken back to how Joulet used to handle himself. The journey has had quite the effect on him.
Karina, too. The more you see of the world, the more those experiences change you for the better.
Hard to leave such a pretty place.
Like how Val's
We gotta get
girlfriend
back to
died.
Verdius.
That was good for
Oh,
him.
Dryad's probably worried about us. Let's let her know we're okay.
Perfect.
Was that actually the Benevodon fight? There was more road to go down. Hang on.
And against all odds, Florid has been floored. Verdius Burrow has endured forever. Another banger from yours truly. Jam number 1559 is a hit.
No, it's not.
A stellar performance! And I do mean both the song and your fight against the Benevodon. You're a hero in your own right. With you here, the other Sproutlings will feel much safer during their hibernation until the next alm is chosen. That's the thing, Dryad. I've been doing a lot of thinking on this pilgrimage. The world keeps changing, and I think it's our job to adapt and keep up. Instead of putting down roots, I think the only way to grow is to get out there and mingle. Oh my! Then you mean... Yeah, I think Sproutlings should give places other than the burrow a try. Branch out in a bunch of different locations. I know that traveling the world hasn't exactly been the Sproutling whale these years. But I think it might be my way. This is the future you've envisioned, Jule? Yep. Someone's gotta take that first step, and I think it's me. If there's anything I've learned on this journey, it's that. Well, I think that's brave of you. Yes, quite brave, and good. On that note, it's time for us to make like a tree and leaf. Things to do, monsters to defeat. Before you do, would you sing that song for me? The one you composed just as the alms arrived in Vertius? What? Jam number 1460? Why now all of a sudden? I was indisposed when you first sang it. Don't you remember? It isn't fair that I'm the only one who hasn't heard your masterpiece. Well, if you insist. We are all here in order to persevere. Protect the future for everyone. It's what we're meant to do. Making new friends and old down a path unforetold. I guess that's what you all could call this long journey called life.
How
I
much
tweaked the
better are these in
lyrics a little
Japanese,
bit
I
since
wonder?
its debut. I call this one Jam number 1560. Looks like I'll be touring all around the world, composing songs about my travels. So look forward to more new tunes from me. Oh no! I sense a gigantic shift in the flow of mana.
That was actually the Benevodon quest for Jule? What?
Only mean one thing. The Benevodon of Fire is up to no good, that's what.
Quick! We have to go to Tiania. This is the last one. We gotta make it count.
I didn't even finish the area where it happened.
Val, I can
And I can't even
scarcely
go
believe
back!
my eyes.
Master Fugo!
And your friends are...
These are my companions, the members of this year's pilgrimage. We came back to the village to stop the Benevodon of Fire before it's too late. Everybody, this is Fugo, a soul guard from back in the day. He mentored Liza and me when we were training for the job.
It is a veritable honor to make your acquaintances, Alms. Perhaps the answer is evident, but I assume you have not yet completed your journey to the Mana Tree. Where is Hina?
Hina is...
I see. Dwarfer has been particularly active recently. It seems I was right to fear the worst in regards to our dear home of fire. You mentioned a Benevodon has appeared, correct? You would do well to report this to Questa.
Yes, sir.
When you finish with Questa, I pray you come find me again. I have something to discuss. You never could sit still for lectures, but I promise not to interrupt your business. Come whenever you find the time.
Master Fugo's right. I should talk to the mayor. Welcome.
What do I get for that? New ability seed trade. Or Boreal Fantasia. What elemental moves consume no MP when used during an elemental break?
Please come again.
Oh, there's a bunch of quests here, huh?
Hey there.
I was reading a book and there were pictures of fish flying in the sky over Quashia Boards. Have you read it? I want to see if the fish are real, but everyone says we're not allowed to leave the village. Can you go to Quashia Board and see if there are fish in the sky? There were flying fish taking down enemies with deadly water guns. Okay, go get them. Something my grandpa said has been bugging me for the longest time. He said he buried a really important thing in the Charred Passage. This happened after Grandma went to the goddess. Grandpa went off to join them just last year. I never gave it much thought to what he buried until recently, but now I want to go find out. With all the monsters, I can't go get it. Could you go get it? Okay, bye. I'm originally from Lugrazzo, but I moved here not long ago. I had a best friend in Lugrazzo, but my friend had power, and he traveled all the way to the Passagine Domsmire. When it came time to move, I left without saying goodbye. My friend's been appearing in my dreams. I think he's trying to look for me. What if he's alone? Could you go to the Passagine Domsmire and look for my friend? I gotta go find the demon and or ghost that is haunting this child. I was walking along the Charred Passage and I spotted some hobo goblins. They're suspicious, so go kill them.
Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Whoop.
Wow.
So many people shared their stories here. Should I put in something too? I'll check out all the letters I found. They were stuffed in a bottle. Looks like the first letter was written by a girl, but then a bunch of people wrote back to her that said they want to be her friend. I want to be your friend too. What should I put in the bottle? I'll put a rock in the bottle. Well, Granny's all the way over in Charred Passage. Could you go ask Granny Canlo for a Zinder rock? I don't remember the actual name of it, but it was something like that. Granny will know what you mean. Okay, bye. Kill those murderers dead! I'm interested in this.
Hi.
When I was a kid, I remember reading a story about a soul guard who met friendly monsters. I want to befriend a monster. Hey, could you go find a monster? There's probably a goblin in Charred Passes that won't kill me. Okay, bye. What's in the treasure chest?
Let me see. Nice.
One candy. Wow. Wow. That's my personal record. Seven Gil moment. Dud Bears got anything new?
Babu, badu, da baba do bum.
Nope.
Da da boo goo da.
Greetings, Val. We rarely have the chance to welcome the convoy, but it is our pleasure nonetheless. I assume you are here to deal with the Benevodon threat. On behalf of my people, I thank you for your assistance.
Hang on. You knew about the Benevodon?
Our patron elemental, Salamando, has made his own report. His request was simple. Hold out until the arms arrive. It grieves me to see you bereft of the Arm of Fire. Val, please, tell me what happened to Hina.
Hina was... I inadvertently converted her essence into a core stone.
Through your curious ability to crystallize living creatures, I presume. Where is her core stone now?
Delphos, a man who's trying to attack the goddess of mana, took her from me. But I'm gonna get her back. I won't let Delphos keep Hina's core stone. I will make sure her core stone is safe with me. I swear it.
You don't need to convince me, Val. Stone or not, Hina has always been there. For you and Tiania both. If you need proof, look to Dorfer. So far, we have been spared from the worst of its recent agitation. The current unrest is surely due to the Benevodon. However, as the Soul Guard, you have a duty to tell Hina's parents the circumstances of their daughter's disappearance. I leave that to you, Val.
Understood. I'll tell them.
One more thing. You must enter Dorfer Volcano in order to reach Valkybel. Long ago, the leaders of our village felt it prudent to seal the entrance to the volcano to avoid trespassers inciting the Benevodon's fury. Since then, we have kept it under lock and key, forbidding all entry into the sacred mountain from villagers and outsiders alike. But I will now entrust the key to you, Val. Please defeat the Benevodon for Hina, the Mana Goddess, and for us.
You got a key!
Val, Soul Guard and Arm of Light, our continued survival is in your hands. May the blessings of Mana be with you.
I promise. I will do my duty and protect the people.
The people of Tiania are with you. Make sure that you and the other arms are prepared for the battle ahead, and well rested before you leave. And be sure to speak with your own parents, too. That's an order. You hear me, young man?
She's a stone, Val. You didn't make it. I mean, you did. Kinda.
Oh, right. Master Fugo wanted to talk to me. I should check in with him.
Yeah, Dan, I am unsure as to what is causing that problem. It could just be that it is difficult to see enemy AoEs under the little magic circle effects. Get more defenses if you do not want to get punked out of nowhere. That is the best advice I can offer. Do his parents not even know he got made into an alm? That may be the case, let's find out!
Oh, Val, you're home!
Dad. Mom.
You know, it's been so long. I think you and your father have a lot to catch up on. And you all must be the Ohms! You look famished. Please, come on in.
Yes.
Val, come back when you two are done with your chat.
Thanks, Mom.
You've matured on your trip.
I have?
A great many things must have happened. Tell me about the journey.
Okay. I lost the most important person to me. I learned the devastating truth about our world, and now I have this weight of understanding pressing down on me. It's a heavy burden. The Benevodon threat and Delphos' curse have to be dealt with. I have to fix it. I have to. But I'm only a boy from Tiania. Just Val. And I don't know anymore. What am I supposed to do if I mess up? I could ruin everyone's future. All these thoughts are jumbled in my head, and I just don't know what to do.
It would be a lie to say that I understand even a fraction of what you're going through, Val. As you know, my calling is metalworking. I make weapons and tools day in and day out. Simple as that. Only two things matter: the steel under my hammer and the hand that wields it. You need to trust yourself. You have made it this far, and you have a great many loyal friends to help you. There are as many ways to go through life as there are people on this planet. You may make the right decision and find that the result is not what you planned. What matters isn't choosing what is right, but following what your heart tells you.
Following my own path.
Besides, I could order you to do this or that, and we both know you wouldn't listen to me. Remember how I wanted you to take over the family business, but you were adamant about sword training with Fugo?
Well, swinging around a sword sounded like way more fun than studying weapon making.
You see? Just Val from Tiania? You've always been able to figure out your own path without my help. Own your decisions and believe in yourself.
You know, I'm lucky to have you for a dad.
Stop, you're making me blush.
I don't have an answer yet, but I won't get caught up in the doubt ever again.
That sounds more like my son. Keep it up.
It feels as though I have not had such a fantastic feast in forever. The food here in Tiania is divine.
Your mom can really cook. Maybe a little too piquant for my palate, but what do I know?
Val, did you want to call on Hina's parents before we go?
Oh, I'm afraid those two aren't home at the moment. They needed to harvest some flower seeds before the volcano became too active. I did tell them it was dangerous, but they assured me they were fine. You can't win with that family.
Sounds like the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Let's take on the Benevodon of Fire inside Dorfer first. I promise to talk to Hina's family once we get back. You hear that, everyone? There's no room for failure. First, we take care of what we came to do. Then I can sit Hina's parents down and tell them everything, after things have settled. I'm ready.
That sounds like a plan. There's no time to waste. Let's subdue the Benevodon and protect the village.
I wish you all the best of luck. Go get that Benevolent what's-it and show it what the people of Tiania are made of.
Benevodon is not a complicated
The way
word.
into Dorfer Volcano should be a long charred passage. No time like the present.
Tell them the bad news after you save them from monsters so they can't be that mad. Yeah, perfect. Oh, now just the soul guy I was looking for. You gotta help me. The Cerberuses have developed an insatiable appetite. Those evil owls will eat anything, even my poor pup Pero's dog food. Pero tried barking at the Cerberuses, but they looked at him real mad and ate his food anyway. He doesn't even like going on walks anymore. He loves walks. Cerberode's dick.
I should have guessed that the cuisine in the Fire Village would be spicy.
The villagers seemed warm-hearted as well. Val fits in here.
There's a water symbol over there. Water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water. Oh yeah, I ended up looking at the prices for the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering Commander decks. It was like $100 each. Not great. A booster box is not... It is less expensive than I expected, though. So, even if the pre-constructed commander decks are pricey, we will at least be able to afford the doing the pre-release thing. Oh hey! No! I don't care about you, Amar. The little cactus is over there. The goblins looked all nice and welcoming, but they attacked me. I'm going home. Level 14? Oh god, this quest was available at the beginning of the game, huh?
Might get some use out of this.
Little cactus.
Found you, little cactus. You found me. Damn true.
Huh.
Okay.
Don't mind if I do.
Gold clover.
Did you have a good chat with your old man?
Yeah, he's usually pretty gruff, but it was nice to see a gentler side of him.
Sounds like it was a productive talk then. Nice, got it.
And this is where I met the guy that killed my girlfriend. Good times. Antipodes.
Regretting that I never bothered to learn to cook.
Even I have never seen such a plentiful meal prepared in so little time. Val's mother makes miracles.
I was focused more on the taste, actually.
Heracles, Spectacles. Cool volcano. It's my goblin.
Show us the wonders of mana. A welcome find. Don't let your guard down. It's useless to run. Keep them coming. On it.
I have 5 jars of peanuts. They were only on sale, but only for about a whole bunch. So the Reese's bundle that I would always get as like my sweet snack reserve. It had like fun little snack-sized fast breaks, take 5s, and peanut butter cups, but they don't have that at our store anymore. So I went onto the website to see what all snacks are available, and I ended up seeing that
Hopefully we get
some things were on sale. I ended up just like going snack crazy with the recent getting stuff from the store.
Nice. Got it.
And so among them, one snack acquisition was it was like Cheez-Its and Pringles. And if you got 4 things of Cheez-Its and Pringles, like any combination of them, and you get a discount. And so I ended up getting 3 different flavors of Pringles and some white cheddar Cheez-Its. I've been eating salt and vinegar Pringles while, like, during downtime on this stream, during cutscenes. But another thing that was gotten were cookies and cream brownies. Like they are like the cosmic brownies, but they're covered in like a cookies and cream icing kind of thing instead of the little candy chips. I have not tried one yet, but I am curious. Chilaquiles.
We need your help.
Everyone, proceed with gratitude.
Yeah, I always have to be careful with Cheez-Its, because I will eat an entire box of Cheez-Its in one sitting, but Cheez-Its have the potential to make my stomach sad. I won!
I've never had so much lucre before.
What have you got? This is very
Blaze Wall. Can you eat goldfish? It's been a long time since I have tried goldfish. I enjoy goldfish, but I won't go out of my way for them. They are the snack that smiles back. How could you turn them down? Tiny goldfish?
A welcome find.
I find with a lot of snacks, I will generally enjoy them more if I have them one at a time than, like, shoveling a mouthful of them in. And so stuff like tiny goldfish, I don't know if I'd be into that. Grab the carton of them and chug.
Hopefully we get some.
I generally avoid doing that, which also helps me from overeating my snacks. Although usually it is just the difference between eating an entire box of them at one time as opposed to eating an entire box of them over the course of an evening.
I'm all rested up and ready to beat some Benevodons into submission.
We are well on our way to finishing with all the Benevodons. This will be our final fight.
Nice. Got it.
Where is this going to take me?
Whoa there! The Dud Bears will love this.
The Dud Bears won't love this. They won't. They don't have anything new to sell me, so I can't give them any more.
I'll be taking this. The Dud Bears will love this.
Yeah, peanuts are very calorically dense. Like,
Nice.
you can make a calorically intensive meal just by eating a couple of spoonfuls of peanut butter. Yeah, peanuts are just, like, from a food perspective, peanuts are basically just pure energy.
Don't mind if I do. Nice.
I may
Got
have
it.
eaten Jif straight out the jar. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad a snack. Like, if you were just hungry, just like, ooh, I need a little something to fill up my stomach. Like, for peanut butter specifically, like, not only is it texturally filling, but also it's a lot of protein, it's a lot of calories. So just like a spoonful of peanut butter will get you get a lot out of it. Yeah, high protein, high fat. A peanut is just entirely comprised of of protein and fat.
All right.
We must band together. This will
Enough games. Don't blink.
For the love of God, eat something that isn't carbohydrates. Yeah.
Stay in sight. Understood.
Does anybody have water?
Ow.
I have been summoned. Arena taken over.
I'm trying to remember. There we go.
My gratitude.
This power.
I won't be defeated here.
Retreat.
I'm still on fire. God damn it.
Here.
Time to get to work.
Karina taken over.
I have been summoned.
Chat is very orange tonight. It is very difficult to tell who is who at a glance.
Manifest. This way. Calls for the elemental vessel. Great.
My gratitude.
I'll deal with this. Stay in sight.
Does anybody have water?
Enough games.
Water magic didn't seem to do much either.
That's fun. Does anybody have water? Here.
I'll deal with
cannot, for the life of me, remember the buttons.
My gratitude. Appreciate it.
Does anybody have water?
Wise warriors avoid battles.
She keeps ending up on fire after all these fights. What if you went water mode? And just used the vessel?
Our combined courage can quell this considerable contender quickly. My gratitude. My thanks.
That still does not seem to be doing much.
Appreciate it.
I won't be defeated
Do
here.
our foes follow?
Time to get to work.
There's something about the gimmick that I am missing.
Let's continue.
If we stick to our strategies, we will stand victorious.
Nice timing. Holding up. Nice timing. Thanks.
Wait. That deal damage? It's very hard to tell because they keep getting juggled. I don't think so.
You're not getting away. This. Thank you.
Running away is the wise option.
Huh.
Come on.
Here, want to get on their back?
This is your end.
Maybe I need to do an elemental break.
Keep them coming.
God damn it.
I will take over. We ask for your assistance.
Well,
My thanks. Unleash the might of mana.
Running away is the wise option.
Karina taking over.
I'll deal with this. Rise. A worthy opponent. Show them your strength. Thank you. Enough games. Crumble to dust. On it. You're not getting away. Eat.
That was the wrong ability.
Think you can handle this? Buckle up. Multiply. Think you can handle it?
I don't get it. I do not know what you are supposed to do. I have tried different abilities. I have tried... I guess I haven't tried a summon. Maybe a summon. Whole hog on damage boost abilities. Most of my damage, like, my attacks are doing zeros. Just flat 0. As are most abilities. And, like, the things that do damage that aren't the class strike, like, the only thing that I've seen do actual damage is class strike. Everything else does between 0 and 30. Even water abilities were still doing, like, no damage. Maybe I need to do a defense debuff? I'll try that.
Here. Get ready. This looks serious.
Nope, their defenses are reduced and still nothing.
Think you can handle this?
Run for it!
I can help you.
I could try water again. Deals non-elemental damage to an enemy. Like, switch you to water. So instead of Spike Freeze, do Cold Blaze. Maybe Doppelganger. we'll try that. And Doppelganger, and instead of Lucent Beam, we'll do a Summon.
I have been summoned.
Assist us.
We have to make sure our formation.
Does anybody have water?
My thanks.
Okay, that did nothing.
My thanks.
Doppelganger.
That's a very cool spell, but it did nothing.
Hear my plea. Go for it. Running away is the wise option.
Huh. There's a gimmick to this, clearly. But I don't get it. Do you have any insta-kill abilities? I guess? I guess I do. Alright, so we will apply, switch out crit damage for Quietus. I don't think I have any spells that have like a chance to insta-kill.
Arena taken over.
I'll deal with this. Let's continue.
Uh-oh. Wouldn't want to get
Multiply.
Submit.
Now it's timing.
I don't think the insta-kill abilities could even possibly proc because they are immune to attacks. But
Do our foes follow?
do I have any spells that have a chance to instant kill? Hurls a bag of lucre, dealing strike damage to enemy. Damage dealt is based on lucre owned. Deals strike damage, though. I don't know. Maybe that'll look. Maybe that'll do something.
My horizons have broadened. I'm on the right track. We need your help. Get ready.
0. Yeah, there's an ability seed. It is Quietus. I have it equipped right now. Quietus says 5% chance of instantly killing an enemy when hitting them. But that only applies to normal attacks, and they are completely immune to normal attacks.
Thank you. Wise warriors avoid battles.
I will take over.
There is some kind of gimmick that I am missing.
Assist us.
That's how all of the towers have gone thus far. There is always a gimmick. Like, these enemies are just... They're taking like 10 damage from the most powerful ice spell that I have, but they only take damage from spells. Am I supposed to be able to build up a second class strike in the time granted? Because that doesn't seem possible. Unless maybe there's an item that I've been ignoring the whole game that just gives you a full... Oh. I can expand Julay's elemental plot. Good for him. I don't get it. I straight up do not get it. I feel as though I have tried everything. Maybe I have to do a class strike specifically with the water vessel. Maybe that's something.
I have been summoned.
Assist us.
We have to make sure our formations are on point.
My gratitude. This tower. This poses harm. Forgive
Time
me.
to get to work. Nice timing. Thanks.
Nope.
You're not getting away. My time has come.
Arena taken over.
I don't get it.
I'll deal with this.
Like, obviously there's something I'm missing, but I do not even have an inkling as to what it is.
We need your help. I'm at full strength.
Hello.
You wouldn't be thinking about heading to the volcano, would you? I was there not long ago and there were some guardians around. I know better than to approach monsters. So I just kept an eye on them. The guardians were huddled together to protect something. Maybe if you go kill them, you can take what they're protecting. This elemental challenge is driving me crazy. The only thing that does tangible amounts of damage is a class strike, but like you only have like less than 20 seconds. The class strike doesn't need to proc insta kill. The class strike kills them, but there's multiple waves. And I have to be able to kill one of the waves without class strike in theory. But maybe there's ways of just stacking up class strike recharge. Stun rate of specials, stun, crit, crit, crit. Reduce damage. Enables normal and special attacks to ignore enemy resistances. Alright, alright.
My horizons have broadened. I'm on the right track. My horizons have broadened.
Maybe that's something. Oh, right, the top hat class.
A worthy opponent.
My gratitude.
Holding up. Your future's in my hands. Much obliged.
Yep, this works. It's still not easy because I still have to solo this entire wave of enemies. Which is more difficult because of it being a staff class instead of a daggers class. But this is the best chance we got.
Now we test our strength. Nice timing.
They keep getting knocked away constantly. I, like, can't keep hitting them. Oh wait, we proc the insta-kill. Alright. I've discovered the plan. The plan is get very lucky.
Go for it. Thanks. The spirits will answer our call.
Retreat!
Rise.
I wasn't lucky.
We must band together.
Thanks. Much obliged.
That calls for the elemental vessel. I have been summoned.
Oh boy.
You forced my hand. My thanks.
Won't lose. Wise warriors avoid battles.
I'm on it.
Time to get to work. Come on.
Yay!
We must stand together.
Much obliged. It's useless to
Don't do the frickin'. It's such a waste of time.
I was reckless.
much obliged. Only the my turn has come. We won't lose. Wise warriors avoid
Boy,
battles.
howdy.
All right. Get ready. Serious. Nice timing. Much obliged.
It's definitely not the intended way to do it, but what is?
Won't lose.
Any other ability seeds that might make this less painful? Not that I'm aware of.
Time to get to work. All right.
Pretty sure I only have the one of chance to insta-kill.
Think of a way to get out of this one.
I'm burning up. My turn has come.
I have been summoned.
Exit the elemental area, please.
I won't lose.
Run for it! Karina taking over.
Time to get to work.
I could stack like a truckload of elemental resist, I guess.
Thank you.
But that doesn't help me, like, get the insta-kill easier.
Keep them coming. Together, I failed you all.
I will take over.
I won't lose. Better to be safe than sorry.
Karina taking over.
I'll deal with this. How's this?
We must band together.
I'm burning up.
The AoE on their abilities is so gigantic.
Much obliged. I'm burning up. Much obliged.
Run for it.
Let's continue.
The fact that the burn lasts throughout, like, through leaving the elemental area. So if you get burned, then you are starting the next attempt with less health. This is the worst, man.
Won't lose. Better to be safe than sorry.
There is a strat. Do share.
My thanks.
I can help you.
Appreciated.
Here. I can help you. Here.
Use Morley's Geyser ability while having Nightblade equipped. Which is Geyser. There's Geyser. Oh, I'll give it a try.
My horizons have broadened. I'm on the right track.
Yeah, Wave 2 is Class Strike for sure. But it's getting to Wave 2 that is the problem.
We have to make sure our formations are on point. Holding up. Geyser! Thanks. You're not getting a moving. Together.
Alright.
You're not getting a
Use this one specific ability. You got it, buddy.
I've never had so much lucre before.
What have you got? This is very valuable.
I've completed the challenge at all the elemental areas. Woo! Oh, Dan, you get the ability to disassemble stuff in the forge, I think. It took me a bit of fiddling around with the UI to figure out how, but I don't know if you start with the ability to disassemble stuff, but I know you can. What was the ability that Nightblade had? I think Nightblade was used just to have, like, massive crit damage. And the ability was actually from the water vessel, which was Geyser. Maybe trap spells specifically are effective. I think there's a little, like, the little diamond icon in the bottom left corner of the item display, like you see your grid of items and each of them has a little empty diamond. I think you can click that to select a bunch of them to recycle them at the same time.
The only one worried about more than just the Benevodon around here, right?
Tianians were never particularly scared of the volcano. It's just something we got used to. Oh, but keep an eye out for falling debris and ashes, of course. Dorfer's eruptions are just a part of life. We coexist peacefully, sorta.
To each plant his own garden, as they say.
As who
The
says?
volcano has always loomed over Tiania, kind of like a protector of our village. Now that it's become volatile because of the Benevodon, I gotta do whatever I can to help.
Well, that's settled then. Sounds like we have a date with some magma.
Alright, I need to put the fire vessel back on Val.
What gives? How come this volcano is so hot? I've been around plenty of fires before and it's never been this bad.
It is stifling. Almost as though our sweat evaporates the second our skin secretes it.
Dorfer volcano!
Alms! Where have you been?
Salamando! Nothing can dampen your fighting spirit, huh?
Well, this Benevodon is sure trying. There's barely any mana power for me to draw from. I'm running on fumes at this point.
The lack of an arm is probably not helping either.
That poor girl. She didn't deserve to get her core stone stolen by Delphos.
Salamando, elemental of fire. You have my word that I will get your alm's core stone back.
Cool your heels for a second, son. Has anyone ever told you that you're way too uptight?
Not in so many words. I just feel responsible for what's happened, so...
You've got the same red-hot passion as Hina, and I like that. But what I want is action, not wishy-washy promises.
Red hot? Hina? Is my memory fuzzy or something?
I said what I said! She was fiercely loyal, feverishly enthusiastic. She wanted to protect her village, fix the flow of mana, save the world, and stick with Val through thick and thin.
I take it back. That's Hina to a T.
Cut it out. My tears are gonna dry up instantly in here.
The only reason Volkybell wasn't acting out earlier was because of Salamando's tireless efforts to hold it back.
Bah! I barely did anything. I just kept the cinders from the volcano down to a minimum.
You did that for us? Thank you, Salamando. Don't worry. The alms can take it from here.
Is that all you got? Dig deep, Val! Once more, with feeling!
The Benevodon of Fire is toast!
That's more like it! Keep going!
And... Delphos is next!
Yeah! Let him know who's boss!
Salamando still has plenty of steam left, if you ask me. Gee whiz! I feel like I'm about to burn up in here.
Don't choke. You're the most at risk in this place.
Val's the only one without a without a tail. Yeah. That's why he's the lamest.
Ourselves.
How much damage does the lava do? Oh, this is like Volcano Manor levels of fire.
Hopefully we get some. This is very
Oh, it does apply burning though. That adds up.
Here. I can help you. Here.
Huh? Blue magma? I've never seen that before.
Careful! Blue magma is much hotter than the typical red variety. You'll be burned to a crisp in an instant.
The source of the cerulean lava is in several locations. If we were to obstruct it at its origin, we may be able to open a path.
The vessel of water might be able to help.
You bet it will! Undine will never let me live it down, but desperate times call for desperate measures!
Elemental infighting aside, we should head for the source of the magma.
Blue lava burns significantly hotter than your average molten rock. Should you fall into it, you'll be taken back to where you were before you fell.
The blue magma is striking, but ominous.
Yes. Take care not to be swayed by its sapphire glow.
Watch my step!
It doesn't do any damage, but it definitely took me further back than where I fell.
Up here! I'm at full strength. Nice, got it. This looks promising.
Salamando's real excitable, isn't he?
Even running on fumes. What's he like at full mana power?
You don't want to know. You can move on things. Roll off your defenses until the finish. I've never had so much lucre before.
What?
Yeah, his falling into a hole is very Ichiban. Your characters slowly take damage if they fall into lava. You could use the power of the Undyne Flask to cool the lava down.
Onto our path.
Could Undine's power be a creative method of cooling the magma?
Might as well try before we all melt into a puddle of all-meat goo.
I don't know how I didn't take lava damage there, but no complaints, I guess.
What have you got? Impressive.
Chalice of Hope. I think this will give Val all of his ability slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, still missed one.
Let's continue. A welcome find.
Yeah, you damn the magma!
I got chills from that brush with death.
Chills? You mean burns, am I right?
Yeah. We have a job to do.
We need your help. Oh, there! The Dugbears will love this. I'll be taking this.
Whoa!
Keep your guard up walking through here.
Sinking steps. Sometimes platforms will sink. Watch out!
It's a pool of magma.
Those rocks don't look like they'll hold your weight for long. Better go quick.
Don't mind if I do.
Yep. No lava damage. Level 38 Guardians. Oh, boy, jeez, how am I gonna beat this thing?
On it.
Oh, there's more of them? This is crazy. Look at her blazing burrito spicy boy. Great clip name. You see something glinting.
Nice. Got it.
Red ore.
I'll be taking this. Is it sinking? Don't mind if I do. Rise.
Hina always seemed rather reserved, though I do not doubt she was a fierce alm of fire.
Red hot passion. Yeah, I think I see it. She was always full of life. Her heartfelt kindness is what I'll remember most.
The Dugbears will love this. Don't mind if I do.
Can I just, like... Oh, okay. I was like, as long as I just jump quickly enough, do I never take damage from the lava? But it got me after a couple.
Ha! This lava flow stopped for now!
Did the Benevodon of Fire cause all this?
Nah, the volcano's always like this.
I see why the mayor kept this place locked up tight.
Bro, it's a volcano. I don't know what you're expecting here.
Hopefully we get some impressive.
Grants immunity to being burnt.
Show us the wonders of mana.
Bam! Boom! Wow!
Nice, got it. What have you got? Impressive. Show us the wonders of mana.
Woo! Kablamo! Oh, I missed one.
We can get through now. I don't trust it. Are we sure the path is safe?
The longer you wait, the more the magma builds up.
You heard him! Get the lead out, people!
Haha! That's the passion I like to see, Jule.
Passion, smashing. I just want to get out of here.
Aha! We can get to the center area now.
With some help from Salamando, we should be able to proceed.
The only relief I get in here is when we're riding that thing.
Show us the wonders of mana.
Whee!
I'll be taking this.
Bam! Whoa! Boom! Imagine if they put an achievement in this game for getting every single grizzly honey. That'd be bananas.
Let's collect ourselves before we set off.
Grizzly!
Rise. I'm at
That's
full
bird.
strength.
Aw, I can't just walk around the big bird.
It's a huge bird made of fire. Even the tiniest touch would torch a person.
And steer clear of its flames while attacking.
Nice timing.
Its crest is huge.
Oh, I made the fireballs go slower. I don't think that helped.
Mental boost.
Dang, it exploded after it fell over. I wanted it to just, like, do the I'm dying, and then just explode.
Flames like a pile of dried leaves back there.
The Benevodon probably isn't far. We're coming, fire spirits.
Hype train.
Hopefully we get some interesting.
the last Benevodon. We've been doing this for a while now, huh?
Yes, though we cannot rest on our laurels. Check the resources you have on hand.
I'll be taking this.
Wow, enemies.
Nice. Got it.
Goodbye.
Rise. Oh there. The Dugbears will love this. I'll be taking this. Let's collect ourselves before we set off. No sign of the Benevodon of Fire.
What's wrong, Salamando? You don't look so hot.
Well, without much mana power to fall back on, I'm losing steam. Olms, don't go down without a fight. Careful, or this volcano could blow out of control.
That's a lot of pressure, Salamando.
This is the final Benevodon, so we gotta see this through. We can't lose. I'm not gonna let Hina down like that. We will beat this!
Speak of the monster. Looks like our Benevodon friend has arrived.
Krakatawa!
Can't have that. Take it down before it can erupt.
Right! This is it, everyone! Come on!
It worked!
Oh no! Make it in.
Nice timing. Understood. You're not getting away. Think you can handle this? You're not getting away.
Nope.
Those arms pack a punch!
How about we try the element
Show them your strength. Thank you.
It appears to be cooling down. Come,
just a little more and we'll win!
Give me strength!
Alright, we let it get one hit in. Just to be nice.
Yeah, that's how it's done. Dorfer ought to settle down now too. That's a load off my back and my mind, for that matter.
Thanks for everything you've done for us, Salamando.
It ain't over
I am
yet.
over 10
Don't
levels
forget
too
about
high.
Delophos' curse. You still got work to do.
You're right. Delophos can't be ignored any longer.
Haha! That's the ticket. Your fighting spirit is hotter than Dorfer at its meanest. And don't you forget it.
I'm impressed. That's all the Benevodons stopped in their tracks. I think it's time to regroup with the Alm of Darkness.
Before that, there's something I need to do. I have to let the village know everything's okay. And talk to Hina's parents.
Val, you and the Alms have performed most admirably. Thank you for everything. You truly are a hero to us all.
A hero? I just wanted to help my home. As long as I manage that, I'm glad.
Will you make for the mana tree once more?
Not yet. I still have unfinished business here in Tiania. I gotta stop off at Hina's. Just wait here for me, okay?
Sure thing.
Take your time.
Please give her parents our warm regards.
We'll be here.
Hina. I hope her folks are home. Hi. It's been a while.
Val, what a surprise!
Welcome home. How was your trip to the Mana Tree?
Oh, not finished quite yet. Actually, I came here to talk to you two about something. Something serious. During our journey, Hina... she passed on.
She... what?
But how?
It was my fault. Protecting her was my responsibility, and... I failed.
True.
I... as good as killed her myself.
Val.
I am so sorry. Please, I'll accept any punishment. Just say it.
She wasn't coming back anyway. I mean...
Dorfer's behavior has been strange for a while now. I'd had a bad feeling about it from the start. Guess my gut was right. It's hard to put into words, but even though I was so happy for Hina and wished for her success on the pilgrimage, at the same time, she deserved to have a normal life just like everyone else.
I understand, sir.
After the festival, we were so very proud to see that Hina was chosen to be the Alm. No one in the village was more pleased on her behalf than we were when we saw her off on the journey. But after she left, our lives felt less vibrant. I thought about her no matter what I did. I'd remember her laugh, her frustrations, her tears. Most of all, I'd remember her smile. That's when it hit me. I had wanted Hina to be in our lives forever. I suppose you don't always realize how important someone is until they're gone.
Ma'am,
Val, never doubt how much Hina wanted to be by your side.
Days before the festival, Hina would ask us how long we thought the pilgrimage would take. How long until you'd return from the Mana Tree?
She fretted over whether you might settle down in a different village after you were done, like Liza. Didn't she, dear? Once she was appointed as the Alm, she was up all night, excited for the journey ahead. She said traveling the world with you was like a dream come true.
And that's why we're grateful that you were there for Hina. Thank you, Val.
I thought you two would never forgive me for what happened to her. This is almost worse. I wish someone would treat me like the villain.
Val, listen to me. She isn't gone. Hina will always be with you, in your heart. You carry her will. She lives on through your deeds.
That's right. You're living for the both of you now. We want you to thrive for Hina's sake. Will you do that for us? Come to think of it, Val, I believe Hina left a letter for you before you set out on the pilgrimage.
A letter? For me? That's right. But when I asked where she put it, she said it was a secret between the two of you.
Then she made us promise to tell you about the letter when you returned, and reminded us several times before your departure.
Did she leave it in the thicket outside of town?
Oh, so that was your secret rendezvous spot, huh?
You'd better get there fast before we find it first. Go on now.
Thanks. I'll be sure to check. You're the best.
That scene was pretty well done.
It's gotta be the thicket outside the village. I'm coming, Hina.
But I think it was well done, especially because, like, I don't know, it feels like it takes into consideration... Well, it takes into consideration the fact that Hina's parents had already done their grieving. Like, as soon as she was chosen as the Alm, you know, that at that point it's just like, okay, well, as soon as she's gone, she's gone. That's gonna be it. But Val didn't really have the same opportunity to get over it in the same way that they did. And so they end up comforting him instead, because they know what he's going through. For as weird as this game can be with, like, how it handles the alms, like, you know, being human sacrifice for all intents and purposes, I think that is one of the best instances of the whole alm thing being taken into consideration in a very clever way.
Brings back memories. This is where I first met Hina. I remember she was reading a book when I ran up. A monster had made it into the village, and I was trying to chase it off. I had only just started to learn swordsmanship at the time. I won, but Liza and Master Fugo still got mad at me. I cried, but at least I managed to defeat the monster in the end. Aha! I found it, Hina.
That is a thick-ass letter.
Yep. That's her writing, all right.
Dear Val, if you are reading this, then I'm sure you've safely returned home from the pilgrimage to the Mana Tree. If all went well, then I am now a part of the world's mana power, and watching over you. I decided to leave you this letter now that we've both fulfilled our duties. After all, if I know you, I'm sure you're feeling down about having to let me go to the Mana Tree. This way, you'll have a little something to remember me by, and read if you're ever feeling lonely. I can't help but wonder, as I sit here and write this down, how your life is gonna be 10, 20 years down the road. The only regret I have, now that I've been named the Elm, is that I won't be around to see it myself. Yeah, I know it's selfish of me to think like that. Val, just remember that you have friends you can rely on. People who support you in everything you do. I know you'll be okay, even when I'm gone. Just keep going. Try things you never thought you'd do. Meet people from faraway lands. There's no end to the adventures you will have. I love this beautiful, spirit-blessed world of ours. I love it because it's where we were born, and where my wonderful parents and everyone else we've met lives. Not to mention, it's where I met you, Val. So I'll leave you with this. The future is yours. All I want for you is to live your life in the way that's best for you. That's my wish. Love, Hina.
Hina always did know me too well. Better than anyone. I wish we could have been together in the end. This feeling probably won't ever disappear completely. But that's okay. I'll treasure it. I'll keep Hina with me, wherever I go.
Is that all your business taken care of? Then let's regroup with the Ohm of Darkness.
Sorry for the wait. Let's head to Lagrazzo. You ready, Ramco?
You look more sure of yourself than before, Val.
I found a bit of myself that I'd been missing. Now I can finally move forward. Come on, Lagrazzo's waiting.
The writing in this game is pretty simple. That doesn't mean it's bad.
Curious. Just as I feel I'm closing in on the answer, more information arrives and throws off my hypothesis. I cannot rest until I figure this out.
Aish, we did it! We beat the Benevodons!
Congratulations! Though I never doubted that you would be able to dispatch with them, it is good to hear.
Master Aish, you do not appear to have received the requisite hours of repose.
I assure you, I have gone through far longer stints without sleep. And who could relax when there's so much data to evaluate? But enough about me. I have something I must tell you all. I have tracked the fluctuations in mana power to Entwine Bridge Pass. If the Benevodons are no longer a threat, then there's only one entity it could possibly be.
Delafos.
Say, Is that not the specific span where Delafos swore to be together with Cerulia?
We should go if we want any chance to stop him before he enacts his revenge.
You sound worried. We just took out all 8 legendary monsters. How hard can an ancient hero be?
Strictly speaking, we don't even have to defeat the guy, as long as we can get the mana sword away from him.
For this venture, I shall accompany you. I could not live with myself if I missed the opportunity to witness the historic reclaiming of the...
You should be resting, not venturing.
I am merely fatigued. I will be fine, as long as I avoid fights and focus on my report.
I know how important it is to leave behind a record for history. This is for the future of Legrazzo, Teratio, and the people across the land. Their hopes and dreams have gotten us this far. No matter how strong Delafos has become, we will fight. It's time for us to take back the Mana Sword. Delafos has gotta be what's causing the disturbance at Entwine Bridge Pass, but we can't leave unprepared. Let's take stock before we go.
I gotta make sure that you understand that I am not joining the party. No matter how it may seem, no matter what happens, I gotta tell you, I am not a party member. Good day, Master Aish. Have you been well? Palomina, hello, and I see you have brought company. To what do I owe the honor? Is there a dire situation I am required to resolve? Alright. Not at the moment. Giving me access to this side quest right here, right now is pretty wild. I merely wish to check up on you for fear that you would become excessively engrossed in your scholarly studies. Again. I appreciate your concern, and you are right. I could do with a brief rest. I should tidy up some of the books while I'm at it. Aish, are you aware of the difference between rest and work? Forgive my curiosity, but are these documents your reports of what you saw in the sanctuary? Oh no, I finished that work some time ago. What you see here is a chronicling of the alms. You alms, to be specific, though it is still something of a work in progress. What's so interesting about us? How can you say that? This generation of alms is a collection of exceptions. Not only was the Soul Guard elected to be the Alm of Light, but the Alm of the Moon has made an unexpected return. And I haven't forgotten about you, Jule, my favorite sproutling. Sometimes I kinda wish you would. I couldn't allow myself to sit still and let such anomalies go undocumented. However, as the project progressed, I encountered a setback of sorts. I realized that I knew next to nothing about who you are as people. So what? Should we do self-introductions? No, it's not worth the energy. I attempted to research your homelands, hoping that knowledge of your origins might spark something, but it didn't go quite as planned. Sheesh, you always overcomplicate things. Why didn't you just, ask us? Interesting. I hadn't considered that option. Well, let's get to know each other better, starting right away. There's something in it for you, rest assured. And I know just the thing. Would you all accompany me to the Passagian Tome Spire? I'd like to recommend some books curated to match your interests. A stroll through the Tome Spire is a splendid way to relax. Actually, there's a manuscript I could do with picking up while we're there. Sounds like you're just dragging us along on an errand run. I think it's an incredible idea. It would be an honor to receive reading recommendations from Master Aish. At least someone's excited. It might be rubbing off on me, because I'm curious to hear about Aish's suggestions too. My suggestions will be more than satisfactory, I assure you. My curated book lists have had nothing but rave reviews from the scribes in Legrazzo. Honestly, I'm not much of a reader. I prefer being read too. I'd be mighty impressed if you have a book for me. Time to show us your stuff, Aish. I'll be waiting for you at the entrance to the Tome Spire. Don't dawdle now. There is no option to select multiple equipment at once in the forge. Could have swore there was. This Ramco reader bedtime stories.
Get caught up in a fight. Just stand back.
Thank you, Morley. I believe I shall. I will stick to my observations.
Ramco is probably a better reader than her. Are you ready to hear my recommendations? Let's be off then. What's up first? A clown! Oh, this is for the other quest? My friend, my dearest friend, where are you? Where did you go?
How fascinatingly.
It's useless, tool. Keep them coming. Understood.
I killed that kid's friend.
Nice timing.
Theory?
There's a doll on the ground.
Nice. Got it.
Nice. Killed that kid's friend. Creepy doll. In parentheses, side quest item. Just in case. In case there was any confusion as to what it was for.
Curious.
As for you, Palomina, well, I don't really have all that much to ask you. This is scarcely a surprise. Our friendship spans many years, and I have lodged in Lagrazzo... Wait, this is her. That is scarcely a surprise. Our friendship spans many years, and I have lodged in Lagrazzo often. Lagrazzo welcomes any individual on a quest for knowledge, and to the majority of the scholars here, social standing and prestige hold little sway. Lagrazzo must have served as a place of respite for you, Palomina. It certainly did. This place is one of scholarship and studiousness. I was able to forget my status and my background and focus fully on the acquisition of knowledge. Person of your station shoulders a burden that others couldn't begin to comprehend. You hid it so well that most people were never even aware. You've been like that ever since we met, Palomina. I, however, could tell something was amiss. You would visit the Isle incognito, countless worries weighing on your mind and bearing them all by yourself. I did not know you had noticed. I'm a tad ashamed that it was also apparent. Leading a country and uniting its people are difficult tasks. A quick glance at any history book will tell you that. There is no reason to feel shame for being human, Palomina. In hindsight, I can see that I could have done more to provide you with support. The sentiment is appreciated, but I cannot agree. You and the scribes treated me as your equal, and I could not expect more. That was all the support you needed to show me. I'm relieved to hear it, Palomina, but I do hope you'll avoid keeping your emotions so bottled up in the future. Your companions worry about you, as do I. I will strive to do so. Especially Morley. Wouldn't want to upset him, would you?
Well...
Morley? Why do you mention him? Goodness gracious me, you can't both be this clueless. And here I thought I was the socially inept one. I am afraid I fail to follow. Have I done something untoward? No, nothing of the sort, Palomina. Here, this is the book I would like to recommend to you. Alexandrite? But this is the complete collection! I never expected the Tomespire to have such a rarity tucked away. This series portrays the hidden past of the jewel thief, but it is out of print! On countless occasions I have cried myself to sleep, longing to get my hands on it. Good to see your love for the characters as fervent as always. I picked it because I knew you were dying to read it, but there's another reason. I want you to unwind, Palomina. Read your favorite series, relax your mind, and you will gain the power to face your innermost emotions. The fearlessness to come face to face with my feelings is what I am lacking. Of course! Thank you, Master Aish. I will make the most of this learning opportunity. Oh dear, the excitement has only made her more tense. I feel my plan has backfired. Okay, I don't think I missed a book recommendation at the start. But maybe I did. Yeah, even the guy that Morley thought was going to be his romantic rival is just like, damn. You two haven't hooked up yet? Weird. Karina, you were born in Longren, the Vale of Wind, am I right? Tell me, are the people there as hostile to outsiders as ever? Rude much? We don't hate outsiders, we just hate going outside the Vale. Don't get it twisted now. But the honest truth is I couldn't stand that mentality. One reason I wanted to become an alm so badly was to get away from it all and fulfill my dream of seeing the world. I wasn't a big fan of the whole upholding the ways of the past thing like everyone else was. Apart from wind dyeing. That's one Longren tradition I do like. Wind dyeing. That's a way of coloring fabric that's peculiar to Longren? We scribes once attempted to replicate the ceremony here in Legrazzo, but our efforts fell flat. Huh, no surprises there. Only Sylphid's winds can change the fabric's color, but more importantly, you have to become one with the wind. Wind dyeing can make for great exercise, too. Think of it like dancing with the breeze. I see. So merely reproducing the motions of the process is insufficient. It also requires a specific mindset to succeed. Thank you for telling me this. Remco, I'd like to hear from you as well, if I can. Tell me, were you always aware of the existence of the Flammy Drum? It doesn't seem like she was. I have no idea what the connection between them might be. Oh, whatever, I'm not too worried about it. No matter what she looks like, Ramco will always be Ramco. That's the most important thing. So the link between Ramco and the Flammy Drum remains a mystery. It seems my forays into the unexplored will continue. How exciting. Ace, you're making that creepy face again. My apologies, force of habit. Now, taking into consideration what you've disclosed to me thus far, allow me to recommend a book. How can you possibly suggest a book based off of that? I hardly told you anything. What little you told me spoke volumes as to your personality. You are a rambunctious girl, brimming with curiosity and self-confidence, who always remains true to herself. And I've just the book for you. Sacred Dances for Sacred Beasts. Ramco, this is a book about you. There's tons of pictures and explanations of all sorts of dances, and you know how much I love to move and groove. Maybe there's one we can do together. Look, they're in illustrations of famous landmarks of the world. I never even heard of some of these places, but if I read this book, it'll ruin the excitement of visiting somewhere new. Oh, what to do? Well, if you want to avoid spoilers, you'll just have to travel the world first, it would seem. Are you being supportive, Aish? Everything okay with you? Anyway, I'm not returning the book till I've visited every place in it. Come on, Ramco, we got some reading to do. She doesn't seem to realize that I pulled that book straight from the children's section. Well, what she doesn't know won't bother her. It's almost like Aish can read people like an open book. Yeah? You can have incredible social sense while still not having the best social acumen, I suppose. Do I have to fight these? I think I have to fight these.
A perfect opportunity to collect data.
It wasn't always a cursed library full of monsters. It used to just be a big magic library. There are parts of the library that were easier to explore. Maybe the children's section wasn't originally there. Did I skip it? Hang on. Yeah, I think I missed one. Kids loved using the power of darkness to grapple across the void. Wouldn't you? Tell me, Val, what was your childhood like? What were your pastimes? I want to hear anything and everything. My childhood? Well, I was a pretty energetic kid, always running around playing with swords. I had this wooden one my dad made that almost never left my side. My dad's a blacksmith, you see. I was curious about making swords and all, but I much preferred swinging them around instead. What else? Oh, I helped my mom out a lot with farm work. Farming is really labor-intensive, but it sure builds strength. Your upbringing certainly set you in good stead to become a capable sword fighter. When I was little, I just helped out my mom, but as I got older and was able to do more things, I'd use the time between Soul Guard training to lend a hand around the village. I'd carry stuff for people, chop firewood, get the fishing tackle ready, anything to spare me from my master's rambling lectures. You're a man of many talents, Val. I can imagine you easily complete any task if you just set your mind to it. That couldn't be further from the truth. I really took to raising our livestock. The animals would always get angry at me or run away when I got near them. Which is a shame, because I actually like tending to animals. Maybe if I put a bit more effort into it. I see. Val, you are the very picture of an alm of light. Humble, pure of heart, ever positive. I wouldn't go that far, Aish. There's still a lot I could do better at. Like having a bit more pride in yourself. Now then, I think I have just the book for you. Let's see. Ah, here it is. I hope you like it.
Whoa.
The Animal Whisperer, what they're actually thinking. It doesn't seem too difficult either. Books with a lot of words always send me to sleep. But why this book? Why would I pursue something I have no hope of being good at? Have a flick through. You'll see why soon enough. Alright. When animals wag their tails, it can mean they're happy? I always thought it meant they were being defensive. Ish, if you hadn't shown me this book, I'd never have learned this. Wisdom changes the way one looks at the world. If you ever feel down because something didn't go your way, I want you to remember this book and the feeling it gave you. Why are you acting all nice today, Aish? Flatter me as much as you like, but a book is still all you're getting. All your friends have tails. He probably doesn't look. I feel like staring at other people's tails might be socially, not like socially unacceptable, but just like, maybe you shouldn't. It is a fox pass. You're right. Well, I mean, you get used to other people having tails eventually. Probably. Hmm. You needn't be so on edge, Jule. I just want to have a little chat with you. It's what you always say, then you start grinning like some creepy mad scientist. Can you suggest a book and get it over with? Before I get to that, could you tell me could you tell me a bit more about yourself? I only need it. You know... Yeah. Hang on. Water time. You need only answer a few simple questions. Fine. According to what scarce material we have on Sproutlings, your kind spends their entire lives sleeping, save for a single custodian who stays awake to water the others. Is this correct? Yep. I'm an exception, though. Typically one of the sleeping Sproutlings is elected to be the Alm, but this time the honor went to me, even though I was already awake. Normally, after the Alm is selected, the next custodian wakes up while the rest stay asleep. So that would mean you've been awake for a little less than 4 years now. I'm curious, what do you do to pass the time in such isolation? Well, when I'm not watering my friends, I spend the rest of my time composing songs, wood carving, daydreaming. All solitary activities, it would seem. Do you not feel lonely? Nope, my friends may all be sleeping, but we're all connected. I don't think Sproutlings even understand what loneliness is. So my hypothesis was correct, it seems. The Sproutling worldview is one entirely different from ours. Curiouser and curiouser. I'd love to explore this point further, but I'm afraid I'll have to wait. The focus today is picking out a book for you. Could you hurry it up? There's no sunshine here in Lagrazzo, and the air is too muggy for me. I'd rather be someplace brighter. Do you believe that Sproutlings could ever thrive in an environment such as Lagrazzo? I mean, I don't see why not, but for me, a gloomy haunt like this isn't really my speed, you know? Oh, interesting. So a location with ample sunlight would be the best way to keep you here. This observation will prove most useful in the future. Hold it, buddy. Just what are you trying to pull? That's for me to know and you to find out. Now, where were we? Ah, your book. Let me see. The joy of wood carving, objects as vessels of emotion. I'm not sure this is at my reading level. It's a discipline you're familiar with, is it not? People use the arts to channel and express their emotions. Well, maybe it can teach me how humans use objects to express emotions I don't totally understand, like loneliness. The book seemed to have sparked some interest in The book seems to have sparked some interest in our emotions. I hope it gives you greater insight into our hearts and minds. Perhaps you can take what you learn about us and use that knowledge to teach me about Sproutling ideas and philosophies. No promises. You have pretty high expectations of this book, you know. I might not even like it. Is that so? Well, not to worry. If this fails, I'll just have to come up with a more convincing approach next time. Would you quit it, Aish? You're really starting to scare me. What book is he going to recommend Morley? Is it going to be something blatantly silly like a romance novel, or is it going to be like, oh, I underestimated you. You're cool, actually. What was your childhood like, Morley? I must admit, out of everyone in the Ulm convoy, I particularly had a hard time picturing yours. Then what's that supposed to... You know, I don't think I'll ask. Anyway, as a boy, I was troublesome, you could say. I loved to run outside and play just like any other child, but I was also rather sickly. My mother was constantly worrying about me. I aspired to become a hired blade, just like my father, my birth father, which meant I often ran headlong into risky situations. Even I admit I was a bit of a wild child.
Yes.
Sounds like you had a fairly typical childhood, Morley, at least compared to mine. What do you mean? I was a precocious child compared to my peers, which gave my parents considerable headaches. My personality back then wasn't much different than it is at the present. I see. So I suppose growing up as a child who's extremely mature for their age presents its own difficulties. Yes, but enough about me. You certainly appear to be hale and hearty now, Morley. Once I started training to become a swordsman, I grew more resilient. I'm thankful my father introduced me to Milpa, my teacher. He is a strict master, but supportive. That's about it, really. Look at us, sharing stories about how we were as kids. Truthfully, I never imagined we'd open up to each other like this. Trust me, the feeling is mutual. It was most fascinating to speak with you. Now, please excuse me while I go select a book for you. I only mentioned my early years, though. Will that be enough? By analyzing what you told me of your past and cross-referencing it to what I know of you in the present, a suggestion will naturally reveal itself to me. How about this one? Time, place, occasion. How to dress for success. Is this a book about fashion? It's an unexpected choice, I must say. Is it? You got some of the most stylish of everyone's outfits. Yeah, I can tell you pay close attention to your attire. You may not realize it, but your outward appearance is a reflection of your ideals and expectations for yourself. You may also find it has a substantial section on how merchants should carry themselves. You could use it to teach Nicolo a thing or two. I think he's doing just fine as it is, thanks. But you do have a point. I can see myself putting this knowledge to use. Thanks, Aish. I'll be sure to read it. This is only one of 20 volumes, so I suggest you get started soon. What in the goddess's name did you recommend to me? Aish has given Morley the fucking One Piece of fashion guides.
A fine opportunity to rest. Let's collect ourselves before we set off.
It's JoJo. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you all for keeping me company today. I managed to get my hands on the manuscript I was looking for, as well as learn many new facts about you. Val, please take this as a token of my gratitude. Thanks, Aish. I'll be sure to put it to good use. So, what were you looking for within the Tome Spire anyway? I didn't see you pick anything up. It's the one he's got hidden behind him. What's it about? Come on, spill. Karina, cease this! You mustn't snatch! Oh, communication for dummies? Just when I thought I was in the clear. Why do you even need this, Aish? You seem pretty confident speaking to all of us. Exactly. I wouldn't say communication is the issue, it's getting you to stop. What's brought this on? It's not a matter of confidence, it's what you're if that's what you're implying. Rather, I sometimes struggle to draw a boundary between conversing with someone and talking at them. My interlocutory skills. Interlocutory? Interlocutory. Nope. Interlocutory. Or better, I wouldn't have had to resort to prying information from you so awkwardly like I did today. Hence the book. You really do take the strangest things too seriously by far. Master Aish, I think you may be misunderstanding something. The first factor in effective communication is not sublime speaking skill, but the ability to listen. And you have already acquired it. We never would have been able to open up to you as much as we have at the Tome Spire today. I thought something was different about you, and it was all it was you giving us a chance to speak and you taking the chance to listen. Well, this is embarrassing. I wasn't even aware I was doing it. I suppose this means you have a natural talent for listening, huh? At least you know where you should be focusing your efforts on from now on. My reading skills have been getting so bad over the last 20 minutes. Holy cow. That doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually. It might even work out in your favor. Morley. Thank you, my friends. I was not expecting to be schooled by you in this subject. Something about the way you say that irritates me.
As you wish.
Now that that's out of the way... Allow us to pick up where our last conversation left off, Jule. If you could tell me in more detail what you meant by... That's enough for today, don't you think, Aish? I got a very important book to read, remember? Is he capable of leaving things on a positive note? I mean, it's Aish. What were you expecting?
Perfect.
Master Aish still has much to learn, but I will suspend judgment until I have seen how much he matures.
That was a great new experience.
That was a great new experience. And I got a weapon for Jule, a character that I never use. Fantastic. I mean, from a lot of the side stories that I have spent a lot of time doing, I have gotten 38 gil and pocket lint more often than not. And it's not about the reward. It's about having a side quest with character development. Oh god. I knew this was going to be a series. I knew it. Hey Aish, how goes things? A situation like this calls for swift and decisive action. I propose we obey its words and see where they lead us. As always, you should focus on the result of the experience you focus on the result at the experience of the As always, you focus on the result at the expense of the process. I say we continue to gather information until we are better able to predict the outcome. Let's just put it back where we found it and forget any of this ever happened. Our time and resources would be better expended on more fruitful endeavors. We'll never reach a conclusion at this rate. Master Aish, what is all this arguing about? Any time where there is a side story that has, like, actual, like, character progression and stuff like that, anytime there is a side story with substance to it, you gotta leave and come back in this game. It will never give you the next one right away. Oh, hello everyone. I didn't notice you come in. Allow me to explain why we're at Loggerheads. You see, we discovered a strange book in one of the depositories the other day, a grimoire penned by one Born the Mystic. It would seem we need a number of keys in order to open it and read its content, but that isn't the only thing that's strange about it. What else could be so bizarre about this book? Quiet. You have to listen very closely. Durarime temple keys, Durarime temple keys, Durarime temple keys, Durarime temple keys, Durarime temple keys. A talking book! Space Jam DVD. Yeah. And the other scribes and I believe it's whispering the location of the keys needed to unlock it. We're well aware how this could be a trap. As such, we're currently debating our next step. Try to find the keys, gather more information, or just put the book back. What do you think is the best course of action, Aish? Naturally, my scholarly inquisitiveness urges me to search for the keys so that we can crack it open and see what mysteries lay hidden in its pages. However, as head curator of the archives, I am responsible for the safety of all the scribes here. I cannot risk putting any of them in harm's way. Well, even if you put it back where you found it, you still have a creepy talking book lying around the place. Sounds risky to me. Well, why don't we go look for the keys? We'll stick around when the book's opened, and if anything jumps out, we'll take care of it. A splendid strategy. I fear Master Aish would very well attempt to acquire the keys himself otherwise. Oh, Palomino, you read me like an open book. Scribes, what are your thoughts? I have no objections. It would be reassuring to have the Soul Guard on hand to deal with any danger. Unless, sure, they're the Elms. If anything more, fall them. You worry too much. Besides, you're implying the Soul Guard lacks the ability to handle this matter. It's a little offensive, don't you think? The scribes are 2-to-1 in favor of finding the keys. It's unanimous. Val, I leave you to follow the book's clues. The words are incomplete, but I believe the book is talking about the names of the following 3 locations: Dura Gorge, Rime Falls, and the Temple of Wendell. Judging from the circular depression on the book's cover, it's reasonable to assume that the keys are actually 3 segments of a single round tablet. There's one more thing I'd like your assistance in while you search for the keys. Val, may I ask you to collect some soil samples for me while you're out? 1 sample per location, if you'd be so kind. Soil? Sure. Just need to put a little into these vials, right? Sounds easy enough. Then I leave the key and soil collection in your capable hands. Check it out. I'm in the house. Like, cork. Oh, the captioner was broke for a while now, but most of it was just reading... Most of it was just reading the dialogue that was on screen, so it's fine. Check it out. I'm in the car. Zoom. Rime Falls? I sure hope it does.
Show us the wonders of mana. Keep your guard up walking through here.
Could this be one of the keys to that ghastly grimoire? The shape of it is similar to that which Aish explained to us. The circle split into 3 equal portions, right? There's no doubt about it. I see this one's green. We got the key, now we need to collect the soil sample. We'll have to dig down through the snow first. Oh, so this cold, white, powdery stuff is called snow. Huh. Have you never seen snow before, Julie? Nope, it never snows back in the borough, but I've heard about it. Let me tell you, the snow is way colder than I expected. I can't feel my fingers. I'm tired separating the soil out. Can't we just shove the snow in with it? My hands are getting numb. But Aish asked us for soil. Won't he be upset if we bring him back snow? It's just a little frozen water in his dirt. No harm done. Behold, a soil slushy. It's like the snow and soil swirled together. It's actually kind of pretty. I expect it will melt before we make it back to Master Aish. Let us be sure to inform him as to the state of the soil prior to presenting him with it. We should also tell him that Julie hates cold temperatures. He'll love to hear that. No, please, have mercy. Once he starts questioning me about Sproutings, I'll never hear the end of it. I do enjoy the relationship between Aish and Julie. Because it's just like, for all intents and purposes, Julie is just an alien. And so Aish, being Science Man, is just like, oh shit. Hell yes, there's so much to learn here. This is great. Nope, that's plot. I almost went to plot like some kind of idiot. Can he transform into a D6? I got some gambling that I need to do. I got a guy's house that I need to burn down.
Let's use the meridian to travel.
That episode is especially funny because, like, the things that happen in it are funny. And then the comedy on top of that is like, and then the alien never mattered again. The end.
Keep your guard up walking through here. And with that, we've changed locations.
God, there is one thing that I want to talk about, but I'm still unsure if I should. I'm unsure how I want to approach it. Because there's a particular playthrough that I want to pick up. Because I started thinking about it again. And I'm just like, you know what? I want to return to that. But it has been literal years. And so, do I just start it? Do I just let it be a surprise? Or do I give people the opportunity to go back and watch the VODs, you know, do their homework? Because there's definitely, like, plural, like, there are several regulars, like, folks that show up to streams often that were unaware of my streams or my existence entirely, or just didn't watch my streams at the time that I was doing this playthrough. Aha! Homework is for nerds, and you don't want nerds to watch this stream, do you? I can't cut off the nerd demographic. Asp would be so sad. 'Cause he's the only one! Haha, I got him! Look at this curious blue thing. It has a rather strange shape. That could be one of the keys for the book. Let's take it with us. Alright, we should gather the soil next. What soil would that be? We are facing a definite dilemma. It would be too strenuous to strike the floor slabs to access the soil beneath. Maybe we just collect some of the rocks instead. Better than going back empty-handed. They appear to be fragments of flagstones on the floor. I will wager it's worth a try. Regrettably, the rocks do not fit inside the receptacle. I think I can make them smaller. Stand back! Bravo, Val! These smaller stones should slide into the vessel with no issue. You know, we could have just taken any chunk of rock back with us. Sorry. Guess I just like smashing stuff. Ha 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 ha! Do not worry, Val. I'm sure Aish would be glad to hear how excited you were to help him out with his research. I'm kind of confused. Yes, that is intentional. I am willfully being obtuse. Because if I just start doing it out of the blue, I want to see people's reactions to people being like, huh? What do you mean?
Well, where's our next stop?
I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I don't want to give any hints. In the case that I do decide to jump scare people with it. Only started watching after the convention recap, so you have no idea what this is about? Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been doing the convention recaps for a while now, but... yeah, there have been several playthroughs that I did not finish. And I could be referring to certain things of just like, oh, I only played it a little bit, but I want to play more. There is a... I think if you are a new viewer, you've got a 0% chance. But that's fine. It's not their fault you didn't exist before that.
This.
Huh?
How exhilarating!
Sugoi desu ne. Ho, ho. Anyways, where's the thing? There was one, like, playthrough that I didn't finish that we were talking about on Discord, like, 2 days ago. Not even. Like, yesterday. There it is. It was blending into the red. Hey, look at this weird thing I found. It's bright red. And judging by the shape, it could be one of the keys for Aish's book. Let's take it with us. Let us not forget the soil samples Master Aish requested we retrieve. How do I know how much soil is enough? Should I just fill the vial all the way up to the top? Whoa, check out the bone on the ground. Cool, isn't it? Hey, Val, put it in with the soil. Pretty sure Pretty sure Aish didn't ask for anything like that. Come on, he's getting the soil he asked for, plus an extra surprise. Just tell him it's a souvenir. I found a bone too. Can we put it in? Oh, that's really cool, Karina. In it goes. We'll have to warn Master Aish of the bones before he opens the bottle. Indeed. Also, wasn't I'm hungry. Wasn't that from No More Heroes 2? Which I did finish. Hey, we're back. Any new developments with the book? Good to see you back. The book, as you no doubt see, continues to mutter away. Were you able to retrieve the keys? And what of the soil samples? We got everything you asked for. 3 keys of different colors and 3 soil samples. This is greatly appreciated, Val. The 3 keys should fit snugly into the cavity on the book. As for the soil samples, would you mind explaining exactly what happened here? Perhaps we got a little too proactive there. From what I can tell, the soil from Dura Gorge contains specimens of ancient bone. I cannot wait to begin analyzing them. See, I knew we'd be fine with it. In fact, I've got half a mind to forget about the blabbering book and head to my lab to examine these samples immediately. Aish, focus on the problem at hand, please. Next, the sample from Rhyme Falls. I noticed there's a clear liquid inside. Did some snow happen to get inside the vessel? Yeah, it did. How could you tell? You can blame Joulet for that. He was complaining about how his fingers were about to freeze off, so he started stuffing snow and soil in there together. Karina, tattletale. When they were first mixed up, the snow and soil mixed together looked really pretty, but before it all melted, that is. We were hoping to show it to you. I see. It's a shame the snow melted and ruined your masterpiece, Joulet. And as for the one from Wendell, this doesn't appear to contain any soil at all, but rather finely crushed pieces of rock. Well, there was no soil to be found in Wendell, so we retrieved a rock sample as recompense. Val pulverized some sizable stones into tiny pieces that could be placed inside the receptacle. Might have gotten a little carried away. Yeah, but Travis Strikes Back sucks, is the thing. Not at all. In fact, you have gone above and beyond. I am glad to hear that you share the same level of enthusiasm for scientific research as I. What are you planning on doing with the samples, Aish? I'd like to keep that a secret if you don't mind. Ideally, I wouldn't have to use them for anything, but we will see. Anyway, I've digressed enough. Let us open the book now. What esoteric knowledge could Born the Mystic have left behind in this mysterious grimoire? But first, I propose we relocate to the Passagean Tome Spire. Should things take a sour turn, it would give us ample space to deal with any incidents. As always, the Tome Spire is as rife with monsters, so allow me to fight alongside you. It's been a while since you last joined us in battle. Alright, let's head to the Passagean Tome Spire. I will now open the book. Are you all ready? Swing! It's so bright. What's going on? Woo! Thanks for letting me out of the book. Place was cramped. Who in the world? It's a small humanoid. A Shadow Zero, perhaps? If you think I'm just some run-of-the-mill monster, you'd be mistaken. The name's Born the Mystic. Don't wear it out now. A Shadow Zero that goes by the name Born the Mystic. Wait, a Shadow Zero that goes by the name Born the Mystic. If my knowledge serves, I believe that would make you an entity born of Born's hatred and malice. Oh, look, we got a Mr. Smarty Pants over here, but you got it in one. I'm the shadow cast by Born's hatred from when he was still alive. He was a pathetic specimen, weak and scrawny, but boy did his enmity run deep. It was more than potent enough to manifest into what you see now, me. Big talk for something so small, kinda gets on my nerves. Yes, well, I suggest we prepare ourselves for battle. Shadow Zeros are manifestations of humans' ill will, though I have no idea what filled Born the Mystic with enough hatred to produce one. There's no mistake this malignant monster is anything but malevolent. It must be mollified. Yeah, what you said. Let's give it a try, shall we? What, do you want to have at it? Fine by me. I hated every single one of you from the moment we met. Curse you, Soul Guard. Curse you, Alms. You'll pay for the anguish you caused me. I think it has a grudge against Alms. Why did it not start me in the fight? That was weird.
Understood.
Did we beat it? Not a chance! I ain't gonna just disappear like this. I gotta get my revenge! We defeated the Shadow Zero, but it looks like Born's anger is still lingering within the Grimoire. Should we close the lock on the book? I don't think that would help it stop speaking, though. If you want to try locking the Grimoire back up, be my guest. But another Shadow Zero will materialize someday. We can be a pretty patient bunch. I figured it would come to this. It would be a downright shame to close a magical grimoire such as this, denying its pages the light of day forevermore. Which is why I have formulated a plan that will address this. Come, we must return to Lagrazzo. Plan? I wonder what it could be. That summarizes the events that transpired at the Tome Spire. We defeated the entity that haunted the book, but we're not in the clear just yet. Did any of you discover anything about Born while I was at the Tome Spire?
Yeah, we located the document you asked us to find. It explains that Born the Mystic was traveling the lands, testing his wicked sorcery on humans and monsters alike.
Until one day he crossed paths with the Alm Convoy on their pilgrimage, and there was an altercation, but Born was slain by the Soul Guard. That would explain his grudge against Soul Guards. In his final moments, he mustered what little strength he had left, sending monsters to scatter the keys to the Grimoire across the world, desperate to ensure he would be the last one to know its spells. Okay, bye. His hatred transferred to the book, where eventually it manifested as a Shadow Zero. He whispered the locations of the keys in hopes that someone would find them and release it. How dare he use the scribe's innate inquisitiveness for his own devious designs? So what do we do now, Aish? Born's Malice still resides within the book. Remember the other errand I asked of you? Hey, the soil we collected! According to my research, Born was a Gaian. As you know, Gaians love the earth and share a natural connection with it. His love for soil and rocks His love for the soil and rocks was matched only by his desire to become an alm of earth. Everyone who knew Born was convinced that Gnome would choose him. Alas, the honor went to another, and Born fell into the pits of despair. Once he left his village behind, his descent into corruption began. I found a document in the archives in which a Guju resident bemoans Born's departure. That is where I learned how to save him.
What's this vial for? Is that soil inside? Hey, this is soil from Dura Gorge. That place is a merciless wasteland where organisms fight to survive. Their life force is seeped in the earth there. Can you feel it? This one here has a somber aura. I can tell it was frozen for a long time. The melted snow mixed with the earth reminds me of tears from the spirits. Hey, this one ain't got soil in it. This is crushed rocks. I sense a divine force from it. Yep, this is from the Temple of Wendell. I'm right, ain't I? Why was I cooped up in that stuffy book? I want to feel the earth beneath my feet again, see its colors, smell its fragrance, feel its warmth. It's all flooding back to me. I remember what I used to love, what I used to hope for. Finally, I remember!
The despair is dissipating from the grimoire. The Shadow Zero was a product of Born's hatred, but simultaneously it also served as a nucleus of intense coagulated emotions. With the monster defeated, we can use the power within the soil, which Born loved so very much, to cleanse him of the misery that had plagued him. I think that concludes this little fiasco, yet I couldn't have done it without your help. Please accept this by way of thanks. Wow, thanks, Aish. The Shadow Zero dropped it before. So you took it without asking, and now you're gifting it to us? Thanks. The plan wouldn't have worked had you not brought the soil samples back with you, bones, snow, and stones included. Well, you only put that stuff in there because we thought you'd like it, Aish? Well, except for the snow. Right, Jule? All's well that ends well, I suppose. Glad the extra things came in useful. So you really did put those things in the vials out of consideration for me, and all along I thought it was you not taking my request seriously. Well, there's some truth to that. You might even say our camaraderie is what awakened Born to his forgotten feelings. You have taught me yet again how impactful the power of fellowship can be. I must document this experience while it is still fresh in my mind. Never would I have expected such words to come from Master Aish. Such passionate praise is worth more than any reward. Document it all you want, just remember to take a break once in a while.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Move damage plus. Alright. If I 180 back in here, is there going to be another side quest? Oh shit, there isn't! Unless... Oh wait, no. I was gonna be like, maybe he's down the hall and down the stairs, but nope, he's right there and there's no side story. So I'm free. We're only just now getting to about 4 hours, but I think I might wrap it up here. I'm glad I got to wrap it up with some side stories with some substance. All right. Oh, also, I have taken a few bites of the cookies and cream brownie. It's pretty good. It is a cosmic brownie just with some cookies and cream frosting on top, and I think that's a winning combination actually. I like it. It's also a frickin' lot of sugar though, and my body cannot handle that quite as well as I once did. Upcoming streams. Saturday is going to be... I was thinking maybe it could be Night Rain. I guess it could still potentially be Elden Ring Night Rain. I don't know how interested I am in it, but if inspiration strikes me, I might give it a go. Maybe I'll just decide to start doing this other continuation on Saturday. This other playthrough continuation. I don't know how many streams it would take to get through the rest of it, so I don't know. I don't really want to have an ongoing playthrough every day of the week, though, so maybe it'll be Night Rain. I don't know. Saturday is a little up in the air, but it'll be a good time, probably. Monday is going to be more Metroid Prime 2. Tuesday will be more Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. And next Thursday, more Visions. And thanks again to Tarn and Ash for the resubs. Alright, who's up for raids? Wayne Radio TV is doing Night Rain. Germa is doing Night Rain. Joel is playing Balatro. And Umpuko is doing something. Oh yeah, and Permavermin is also doing some more 9 Sols. I think I'm gonna raid Umpuko. Because I think Umpuko is still doing fundraising marathon type stuff. So we shall. I'm always curious what Umpuko's up to. But yeah, thanks again everyone for showing up and hanging out and chatting all that good stuff, and hopefully I will see you all again on Saturday. Have a good one.